Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Hugo from Watopia Shanghai Purchase, and this afternoon I will be the host for the Open the Business, this topic. And today we invite three or four actually from the South Asia. They are running their own gym very well, and later on they will share their story about how to open the gym, running the gym, doing the operator, and something else maybe. So we start from Ice. Lady first. We start from Ice.
Hi everyone. So my name is Ice. Me and my partner Alex, we opened our climbing gym in Phuket, Thailand. So we just had our 1-year anniversary not long ago in end of February. So our gym is located in like this kind of tropical scenery, very natural, open air, and we have walls. We're targeting more like on the bouldering side, but we do have a small sport climbing area and also like a kids area. So this is the general outlook. And then the next slide, please. So we have a little video. I don't know if it will play or not. So this is our kids wall, which is, I can talk a little bit more later how it has helped our gym quite a bit. And so this is the sport climbing, and over there you can see the bouldering side. So yeah, that's us from Phuket.
Looks like the gym in the island is a beach style. You can see outside. Okay,
Yeah.
so the next one we are going to Daniel. He's going to continue.
Oh, by the way, our gym is called Bould. Yes.
Oh, okay. So hi everyone, I'm Danny. I'm the founder of Just Climb. So maybe a long one, maybe we go it. Really fast one. So this is our gym. We start. This is quite long. This is the old one for in the shopping mall. It's a very long one. And we have the climbing gyms, and we provide the all climbing surface in Hong Kong. And we start from 2011. So I think it's the first opened up for public gym in Hong Kong. And in 2020, we built competition. We have Just Climb Cup in 2012, and 2016 we have other new gyms in 2017. We have the new gym in Hang Fa Chun. So after that, we suffered the pandemic as well, and the fourth gyms in Twin Moon in 2021, and so on. Now we have Taikoo and Sakwoon, and we build a competition and all the climbing scene in Hong Kong as well. This is our very old gym, so I clean the toilet as well. When I first building my gym, it's a very scratch one, and I do the welding myself and put up the panels and so on. Okay, I'm the athlete's background, so I compete in. I do some climbing. I do some competition, and I won a China champion before, and do some World Cup. So I have a strong athlete's background, and I'm passionate for the climbing stuff. And our vision is dream, joy, climb. And we believe is everyone have a dream, and just like climbing, if you want to fight for your dream, you have so much to suffer, as everyone knows. So you fall, you'll failure, and we want the people come into my gym and they experience the climbing and they have the power to fight for that gym. So that is our vision. So our mission is everyone can climb, but we change it on the last few years. We called it Inspiring Life with Climbing. So that's what trace up to now, from 2011 up to now, what the passion keep up to suffer all the road. Okay, that's our surface, and you see we have the fun day, team building, and building climbing walls, and And we have the mobile one. We cooperate with the government in Hong Kong to cheer up with the Hong Kong team. And we build a mobile climbing wall in the shopping mall. And we build competitions in the shopping mall as well. So we have Giant Kim before, and we have Yanya here in our gym before for marketing and for motivation, for motivate next generation. So yeah, we can see so many kids, and we develop coaches to our heart to bring the next generation benefit physically and psychologically as well. So we have Sampo Kong, and we have the kids area beside the Sampo Kong one. And before it's the Hang Fa Chun Moon, and we have the Shak Moon and the Tai Ku campus. First small one, 4,000 square feet around, and yeah, it's a small one. There's a physical benefit of climbing, as everyone knows, and most important is the psychological, as I said. So that's our short introduction. Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. And the next one should be the KK. And the KK is totally Chinese, and he is not speaking English as well, so we are going to use the translator. So yeah, KK, it's your turn, please.
Hello, my friend. My name is KK. I come from China, but my English is very not good. But my brother English very good. Okay. 我在香蕉攀岩工作5年，然后现在江湾已经有12家门店，然后希望积累有一些运营的经验，希望今天能分享给大家。
He's like working in banana climbing for 5 years now, and now banana climbing has like 12 gyms like in China. So he's really happy to sharing lots of experience here, like with you guys. Yeah. Here's the video.
去采访一下，然后大家对我们这个店的一个感受。
汉馆是我来过最大的岩馆了，然后氛围也很好，关键是香蕉管饱，爬累了的时候及时补充一个体力。香蕉特别好吃，不知道为什么。
第一感觉就是大，让我眼前一亮的感觉。来这里想拍照的，我觉得很容易就出很好看的照片。
接地气的话来说，就是比较透台，也就是宽敞明亮、大气。
这边的员工其实都比较友好，
非常好，
希望长沙店继续跟上。
线动作设计的非常有意思的，B310力的女朋友爬得非常开心，这说明线路非常友好啊。
汉馆这次我们特别对空气系统又做了进一步的升级，有8000立方米的新风，然后空调，然后
我们有一个直径7.2米的大风扇，也就可以加速空气流通。
后面预告一下，可能我们也会做一些像公园的馆啊，或者是滨江的馆啊，这样子会给到大家一个更好的攀爬体验。因为本来就是一个室内室外结合的运动嘛，所以光明里攀爬请来武汉。
我希望香蕉攀岩越走越好。
This is the interview like of the new gym opening, opening this year.
Because that gym you saw is in my hometown. Actually, I've been there when they opened during the opening. In that moment, this gym is totally because in the shopping mall. That gym you saw is in my hometown. We don't actually I've been there when they opened during the opening. In that moment, right now, this gym is totally in the shopping mall. So doing this test before we don't cannot cover the people flow rental every day. How much the gym is outside the shopping mall. But right now, the Wuhan they're doing this test. It's quite nice, and the people flow every day. How much is it? 每天有多少人流量? Around 200 per day. So yeah, that is a huge. 武汉有多少? So later on we will discuss about details around the marketing in China.
So 200,
around 200 per
checking.
day. So yeah, that is a huge people. So later on we will
my
discuss
name is
about
Christoph
details
from
around
the
the
Bouldering
marketing
Hive,
in
Philippines.
China. Will
Thank you.
share us so the next one is the
clicker.
Christoph.
Hi, my name is Christoph from the Bouldering Hive, Philippines. Thank you.
I'll keep
I think we have a lot
clicker.
of audience overlap from the first talk this morning. So, yeah. We don't need the presentation, maybe.
We have a lot
Anyways,
of audience overlap from the first
I started Beehive in 2019.
So
It's a small gym in Manila. We don't need 300 square meters of bouldering wall, 500 square meters floor
I started
area.
Beehive in 2019.
And we just opened our second
it's a
branch
small
last year.
gym in
And
Manila.
we have
300
square meters of
third one
bouldering
is
wall
in the
and
planning.
500 square meters floor
And
area. We just opened our second branch
presentation.
last year.
Okay, we can
And
here just to quickly show
you.
third one is in.
I started Beehive together with my wife,
and
we have 2 kids now.
The presentation.
Okay,
we can.
This is the first gym.
Quickly
Just
show you.
back then was
I
a lot
started
more
Beehive together with
I'd
my
say we have
wife.
to start a lot more
2 kids
grassroots.
now.
I built the walls and all the furniture by myself.
This is the first gym.
And we back then was
did
a lot
the
more
mats. I'd say we
completely
have to start a
DIY,
lot more
which
grassroots.
we very much
I built the
regretted
walls and
and
all the
had to
furniture
redo
by
over and
myself.
over. And matting is no fun.
The mats
And
completely
in the
DIY,
second gym
which,
we had a lot of
very
help
much
from Patrick,
regretted
which
and
made
had to
things a
redo
lot
over
easier.
and over.
And and matting is no fun. And then the second gym we climbing community
had a lot of help from
very much
Patrick,
growing,
which made things
and
a lot easier.
More gyms opening, and we have
yeah.
a comp upcoming end of the month, Rock Manila.
That's the
Philippine climbing community. Very
I'll
much
keep it
growing,
short.
and
Let's start the discussion.
More gyms opening, and we have a comp upcoming end of the month, Rock Manila.
Okay, first of all, I think
I'll keep it short.
Is there any
Let's
special
start the
questions you want to
discussion.
ask? You can ask now, or I will follow my flow. Okay, so first of all, my flow is like talking about the. Is there any special questions you want to ask? You can ask now, or I will follow my flow to plan. Okay, so a new gym. My flow is like choose the talking about the what is marketing points, different places. For that, talking about for the marketing starting to plan before the opening a new gym, how to choose the location, operation, and at the same time we talk about the human, the marketing, the stuff is before the opening, doing the opening, the end of the day is in the operation, is the future. And at the same time we talk about the human, the stuff. We can continue on that discuss it if we have time. And the end of the day is the how do you say? Who want to be first? The future. I think this is my flow. So when we finish this 4 topics, then we can continue discussing if we have time. We talk about the marketing.
I want to say lady first.
You first, okay. Then let the eyes first. Daniel, Daniel, want to say something? How about you?
Actually, I think they
we talk about the marketing.
I want to say lady
and
first.
then if there's something
You first,
that
okay.
they
Then let the eyes first.
Yeah, I think so. Because I have like a fresh experience.
Actually,
since
I
our
think
gym
they
just started,
should
but
start
I think
first. They have more experience.
Okay,
And then
if there's something that they are, so we climb.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I have like a fresh experience since our gym just started. But I think
corporate or otherwise.
Okay, it starts from passion, like many of you. So we climbed before, and then many of we gym owners I feel had other jobs before, corporate or otherwise, and then they just don't want that life anymore, but still want to keep climbing in their lives.
But when we moved
and
back
for
to
us, we
Phuket,
started
our
climbing in
island in
Singapore,
Thailand,
in
we,
Hong Kong.
there's not much
We actually,
option for climbing.
went to
So
many
we
of your
feel like that was
gyms,
missing.
and that it
Personally for us,
inspired
but
us.
also with
But when we
thinking
moved
about
back to
people like
Phuket,
us
our
who would
island
have
in
otherwise
Thailand, we
found this sport
there's not much
and
option for
fall in
climbing.
love with it.
So we
They
feel
don't
like that
have a
was
chance
missing
for that.
personally
So
for us, but
that
also
kind of
with
drove us
thinking
to
about
begin,
people
even
like
though,
us
who would have otherwise
we don't know about
found this sport
making a gym.
and
We just know about climbing.
fall in
gym,
love with it.
but they don't
I
have a
think
chance
over
for that.
time we
So we
just have
that kind of drove
drive
us
from our
to
passion
begin,
to
even
find
though
solutions
we
along the way.
we don't know about
And
making a
it
gym.
started by
We just
just
know about
doing,
climbing gym.
market
but
research, seeing
I
who
think
would be our
over
potential
time we
market, just have that
we found
drive
that
from our
it's
passion
not really
to
the
find
same as where we
solutions
climbed.
along the
So we were
way.
in big cities
And
before.
it started by
The
just
market
doing
was already,
market
developed.
research,
There
seeing
were
who would be
already
our
good
potential
climbers,
market.
and then when
But
we started our
we
gym,
found
we were
that
kind
it's
of dealing
not
with a
really the
different
same
market.
as where we
So if
climbed.
any
So we
of
were
you
in
are
big
starting a
cities
gym in
before.
a smaller
The market
town
was
that is
already
not so
developed. There
you
were
can maybe
already
reach out to
good
us for
climbers. And
more
then when
like,
we started our gym, we were kind of dealing with a different market. So if any of you are starting a gym in a smaller town that is not so developed, you can maybe reach out to us for more like
good
experience
to begin
and what you might face. And apart from the market research that we did,
they helped us a
feel
lot.
like it was very important for us to have
even though you're a climber,
good partners
you don't
to begin
know
our
much about
journey
climbing
making the
walls,
gym.
climbing holds.
So a shout out
So
to
it's
Pro
good to
Climber.
have a
They helped us a
initial
lot.
experience, at least you
They gave us
touch
a lot of
some holds when you
insights.
climbing
Even though you're a climber,
choose
you
holds.
don't necessarily
But there's a
know
lot that
much
you don't
about
know, so
climbing
you need a lot
walls,
of,
climbing
good
holds.
partners and advice.
So it's good
That
to
would be
have
my
a
first advice
initial
when you
experience.
think
At
of
least you
starting a
touch
gym.
some holds when you climbing gym, help you choose holds. But there's a lot that you don't know, so you need a lot of good partners and
so
advices.
maybe in the
That would be my
Hong
first
Kong
advice,
aspect,
when you think of starting
actually
a gym.
we start from passion and for my athlete background, actually, for my first time I want my own gym to train because at the moment at the time I don't have the gym to train for my competition, so that's my initial thought. And most important things, you need to marry a very good wife to manage the gym, so that's the key of the success. And and actually we talked to more owner all around the world. I feel like, why the Hong Kong market is so hard to booming. I actually, as a very beginning, I really want the big gyms and like Phuket and I really want a big gym like this. Maybe I will do it in Hong Kong one day. But I say like, okay, when I see on the rent, maybe if in the Hong Kong rent, I can build a really big gym in another very big place. So I think like Hong Kong, the rent is a very essential factors when you're choosing the location. So we have the very pain experience in the Hang Fa Chun. You see the very big one, 7,000 square feet, and we paid for a bit higher, not a bit higher, it's a quite high rent. And at the end, we tried to have a different style of gyms. We split it in 2 locations, maybe, but in the smaller gyms. So in reply on the question is how you're choosing the location in the climbing gym is the rent is a very important factors. Yeah. Thank you.
，在中国现在，如果我们在1线城市要开店的话，基本会开报时也能支撑得起原有的需求。但如果在2、3线城市的话，我们会需要结合一些青少年教培，比如体验客流，建一些高墙才能支撑起客流。刚刚看到那个就是我们2线城市武汉开的店，它开的是一个综合馆，但是这样的运营成本会相对比较高，它要考虑到保护器啊，考虑到员工啊，考虑到教培。但是在一线城市，我们目前如果只开报时馆的话，它运营结构相对简单，而且也有足够的研友去爬。
So from their experience, like in China, opening a gym like in the tier 1 city like Beijing, Shanghai, so a Boulder gym is enough to support the business itself. So enough like daily check-in, like enough like the cash flow coming in. So but in tier 2, tier 3 city, like the city just showed in the video, like it's kind of like capital of one province, but it's not like they're as same as Shanghai or Beijing. So in that kind of city, you have to open a gym like including the route, and also some like including some like teenager training program to make sure your business survive. Like that's the situation there. So, but of course, like opening a gym like that in the video is like the cost gonna be much higher because you have to considering the belays devices, and also you have to train your staff properly. It's not as easy as like the border gym like in the big cities. That's the basic situation here.
当然在一线城市，如果有个条件非常好的综合馆，也是非常好的选择。
He said, of course, if you can find a nice site to include the route for the lead wall, it's also a really good thing, but just it's hard to find it. Okay.
On location, I have to say we kind of didn't have the luxury of choosing between a lot of locations. We had a hard time at first finding location in Manila. It's very densely populated, and it took me 1 year to find a location, and we got turned down very much. Or the malls, they were interested, but they gave us unreasonable rent prices. So in the end, we found a mall that wanted us because they have lower foot traffic and we would attract people for them, right? So I think that's the consideration you need to make about choosing a location. If you are in a market where you can drive people to the gym by just being I'd say, standout competitor, or the lack of options, which is often the case still here in Asia. We are still very much, I think, in the starting phase of this trend of bouldering gyms and climbing gyms. So I think we can drive a lot of customers just by being there, but there's always a drawback in terms of how hard is the location to reach. And we learned from the first gym that although people will travel, they will always travel to the nearest location, even if that means maybe they won't go to their favorite gym. Most people will cut travel time rather than go to the better gym. So location matters a lot, in my opinion, and you have to consider about your competitors as well, I think, because for me, that's why when I'm like, yeah, we're already planning a third gym, I want people to know we're planning a third gym and where it is, so they know that we will be there. So you don't want to have the situation where two gyms open sort of simultaneously at the same location. That's why I think being open about it as a gym owner is also better, because I don't think when someone hears you're planning to open there, they're going to be like, oh, we're going to try to do it faster. That's, in my opinion, very crazy, because no climbing gym opens fast. And are we talking about the marketing too? Or?
But before the marketing, I want you, both of you guys, to share two questions. One is what is the percentage from the adult and the kids for your own company or for your own gym? The first question. The second one is how many percentage the cost for the rental and the normal staff operation cost? What is the percentage for both of them? So these two is the basic. You know this basic, then we can talk about the marketing, about the how you running your business or whatever. Okay, how about like that? Okay, thanks.
In Hong Kong, it's run a bit like crazy. You know, the rent eat a lot of their percentage. And first reply, their adult and kids in Just Climb, I think is a bit like a different from the modern gym all around the world, because what our percentage, like the day pass, punch card membership, I think it's around just 25 to 35% of our incoming is just for the day pass, and most of the revenue we generate from our kit course, our regular course for in our industry. So actually maybe the membership and the punch card is not our main revenue different location. I think it's quite weird from different gym. But I think it's also the very potential develop part for every gyms to how to expand their revenues income. So that's one part, and the other part is the rent normally is around 30 to 40% of our revenue, and another 40 is for the staffing and whatever. So that's around the percentage.
For us, it's slightly different because the venue that we're at used to be like it was nothing. So we got quite a good arrangement where we just able to have super low rent in the first 2 years, and then later on we do some kind of profit sharing. So I think you can try to arrange this kind of deal with maybe whoever is providing you venue. Maybe they want like foot traffic, or they just want you to help develop that area to be something that maybe attract other people to come close by. Because now we have like a boxing gym close to us too, so it's becoming like a little sport corner. We are located in a hotel, so it's kind of like make the hotel a little bit more lively, giving more activities and facilities for their guests. So it's kind of like helping each other. So in terms of rent, we don't face the same big problem as in Hong Kong. And in terms of other costs, I guess staff is also not as expensive as in like big cities, but the problem that we face is that it's hard to find someone who, because in Thailand, a lot of our customers are English speaking. So it's hard to find employees who can also speak English and Thai and know something about climbing and who are still in your budget to hire someone. So that would be like a different challenge for us in Thailand. Yes.
Wait, what was the percentage for the... So our rent is maybe 30% roughly with utilities. Varies a lot, but in terms of staffing, we have quite low staffing costs in the Philippines, but we are constantly trying to pay better and more, and we're already increasing. So for the regular employees, we have a set up salary hike, so the longer they stay, the more we're paying, and we're also starting to pay better our part-timers, which is now that things are going well, it's nice, and we're got good feedback from that. I'd say that's maybe 20%, and I forgot what the first question was. The kids, right. Oh, yeah, no kids. I mostly... Yeah, we had a lot of issues with kids. So we opened the first gym, we had a kids wall. And my daughter was basically born right before, during the construction of the gym, and we always called it her little castle. And we had quite a few kids, but when it really started to become busy, we had a lot of issues with the kids running underneath the climbers. And we actually completely removed the kids' wall and put a grasshopper board instead. And now we're only allowing 8 years and up. And below 12, they need like a companion. And above, when they're between 12 and 15, they need it's like a bouldering license, we call it. So they can be by themselves, or they still need a big companion. But I have to say the kids is a difficult market to capture, and highly depends on your location. So for our third location, which is actually near where we live, there's a lot of kids and families. So there we're planning to do like a dedicated kids area and have like a large kids space, but it needs to be separate. Like we learned our lesson the first time. It was like kids running around the gym, and even now we get some parents, they're like, oh, can I just leave my kid here? And we're like, no, this is not a daycare. And we literally had, like, they would be like, they pay the entrance and they just tell their kids, go play. And we're like, no, please. So that's why we had to put a stop for it. And
第一个问题是我们的收入结构啊。其实是这样的，每个门店的收入结构取决于市场的需求。 我们比较老的店，有些是有小朋友过来学习攀岩的，那这部分小朋友的收入会比较高。那像我们后面开的店，它只做成年人，只做报时的话，那成人的比例会比较高。我们还有一些门店，比如说2线城市的长沙、武汉店，它有个专门的体验区，那样的它单次刷门票的体验，收入就会比较高。所以每个门店的收入结构取决于当地那个门店的市场需求。
So all the structure of their business is like different, depends on like which gym we are talking about. Like they have lots of like old gyms, like opened like many years ago. So in those gyms, like there's a history about the kids program. So lots of teenager climbers they need some place like to train. So in those gyms, like they have like a quite high percentage of like the kids program or the training program. But in the new gym, like in Shanghai, like they opened with like almost 100% like adults. So in those like border modern gyms, like almost 100% like adults. But in the gyms, like the video shows, like in the city, they have like specific area just for kids or for experience. So they have a different ticket. So it's like really can make sure those customers have like good experience in those area and not bothering those like climbers. Yeah.
然后我非常同意这位老师说的，小朋友的确挺难搞的，然后导致你的运营团队能力要求更高。对你要小朋友要有教练教小朋友怎么学习这个运动，然后又要避免那个儿童和成年的交叉，这一点挺难的。所以现在如果只做成人的话，我们的那个支出成本也会更低，人力成本会更低。
So he do agree with Christopher. So kids are hard. Like it's really hard to manage the kids. And if you doing the business with kids, means like you have to put more cost on the staff training to make sure they teach those kids really well, and also really hard to manage. So
第二个是那个支出的。
Yeah. So also like it's like a lot of cost on those like program. So it's hard.
然后我们房租的情况反而有时候1线城市的租金会比2线城市的租金更低一点点。因为1线城市它的商场综合体更多。然后2、3线城市它也就那么几个商场，然后它供需平衡的时候，它的租金就会比较高。但是1线城市它商场比较多，然后需求没达到的时候，它可能有更多的位置可以去选，然后这时候租金可能会反而没那么高。
Yeah. He one talks about the rent like for the gyms. Like from their experience, like sometimes even those gyms like in the mega city like Shanghai, Beijing, even cheaper than those like tier 2 city, because like there's enough shopping center like in like Beijing, Shanghai. So for those shopping center, they maybe they don't have enough like business like in there, so they might drop their requirements on for climbing gyms. So you can have like better rent like from them, but in this other city, maybe only 1 or 2 shopping center in the city, so like they have a higher requirements. So like sometimes the climbing gym cannot beat other business, so like you got higher rent sometimes.
然后还有一点就是1线城市它对攀岩这个业态接受度还比较高的，然后2、3线城市因为他们根本不太了解攀岩这个运动，导致他们不太接纳这个运动，所以他们会不会优先给你非常好的位置，然后租金也不会给你很好的租金。
Yeah, so also for those big cities, like maybe the team from the shopping center, they understand what climbing is. So they agree that it's a sport, it's possible to be running in a shopping center. But for those other cities, like maybe the team like doesn't understand what climbing is. Like they think it's dangerous, like it's not good for the shopping center. They always like put the other business like in priority, and they leave you the corner of the shopping center, and also they raise the rent for you. So yeah, that's the case.
for the speech, I totally agree because I was running the gyms also. For the kids and the adults, I suggest totally different area. It means totally. They cannot like go to there's a boulder or whatever. So it means they totally separate. And now we move to the marketing. And because we are in the different country, different cities, so the economic, everything is different. I think you guys should be like focused on the local things. If you have the GDP or PPP in that city, you can share it. That is the reference for the information. Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we can share first. For the marketing, we as we said, we have a big marketing on the. We love kids. Yeah, we love kids a lot. Yeah, because we have free kids. We have free kids who are 9, 8, and 3 years old. So, and I feel like kids is their next generation, and they love climbing too. So when I build a climbing gym, I try all my best to make the kids go into climbing, and I believe the climbing can shape their characteristic and shape their personality to be the better leader in the future. So that's what we believe, and we try all my best to do it. And so we build the marketing. We have every competition for kids and to make them feel more like success. Actually, because when we bring kids, we train them to climb. Say like train them to climb. Okay, today you climb this, and we climb, improve. The most harder things we found is the kids cannot see their improvement, because say like climbing, we don't have the level. Okay, it's okay. Today we climb V1 and V2 and V3 on harder boulders, but it's so hard to describe for the kids and make them. Maybe the kids feel they stronger, but it's not kind of recognition. And the most important part is the parents. They don't know how they improve. Okay, your kids climb this one and climb this one 2 years later, it's the same, and it's hard to present. So we take videos. So we have a bit more like structuring to let the parents know how they do, because most of the parents, they don't know climbing yet in Hong Kong. So we, since 2011, we do a lot of educations for the market. So I think it's the same in Phuket right now. And for the marketing, for the adults, we do a lot of community on different age range. Say like we do, that's lead by my wife. Yeah, so we build a lot of community. We do some KOL promotion. We have the free climb for KOL to bring them, say like from 0 to hero. So they don't know how to climb, and through our free section, they know how to climb, and they tell through their Instagram to tell people what climbing is. So that's the one part of a community. And different part, we're Christian, so we have a oneness climbing night. So we worship together in a climbing gym. So these are another community. So what we do, the community nowadays, we use the community basis, because say like if our big brand, maybe a brand to pushing the marketing outside is quite hard to get into the customer, but in the KOL or other user aspect to deliver the good of the and climbing is more efficient. Yeah.
For us, the marketing started very small, just through Instagram and Facebook. We kind of did the marketing at first ourselves, and then after a few months, we hired someone to handle most of the marketing. But I think a lot of gyms, if you start small, you're gonna do the marketing yourself. The nice thing now is you get a lot of customers that take videos and like just provide some free tripods, and they'll tag you on Instagram. So that's free marketing right there. Then for us, we noticed the paid ads on Facebook and Instagram are very hard to figure out. So we took some courses there, and I would say do that because you're going to waste a lot of money otherwise on how to, like, there's a lot of metrics to play around with, and I say that course was very helpful on how to do paid ads and target the right people. But even then we noticed if you target people, it doesn't, like, reach doesn't mean more visitors. Even with like influencer campaigns and so on, it's actually mostly the micro influencer that have a better reach rather than big influencers with a lot of followers, because they just have a lot of followers that are not very engaged and might not actually come or don't even live nearby. So I'd say micro-influencer campaigns are also an effective tool, and for us, word of mouth is definitely the best. If friends bringing friends is by far the best marketing. So I'd say nothing beats that. Yeah.
So for us, we also tried, like, Facebook, Instagram ads, and what we find is that most of the people who see our ads are actually not in Phuket. So they're like in Bangkok, Shanghai, so actually doesn't really translate so well to like who actually come to our gym. So you gotta be quite careful with how you spend your ads money. And for us, similar to Christoph, is word of mouth, but maybe due to the way our gym is, we can host events. So we actually do birthday parties, and we also have a dedicated kids space. So this really kind of invite parents to find, I feel like they're always on an outlook to find like a unique birthday place for their kids that none of their friends have done before, and is unique, and in a way that kind of like markets you to the right people that you want to see your gym, like international parents, kids who goes to international school, and that market, for example, in Thailand, that will be the group that can actually pay to come to your gym. So that will be like the first group that we kind of want them to know about us. So birthday parties or events are quite a good kind of marketing for us. And the rest is just quite similar to other speakers. Yeah.
首先我非常认同这位大哥的说法。小朋友，我认为小朋友的交配也是很重要的，小朋友的发展，对攀岩圈的作用还是非常大的。翻译一下。
Yeah, so he does agree with with Daniel. So the kids program is really important. Not just about the business, it's about the future of this industry. So make sure like your future understand climbing is really important for them.
但是我们遇到个问题，就是说，比如我们现在有12家，今年可能会开到15到20家的话，青少年交培对团队的要求是比较高，非常高的。比如那个小朋友充了2000块在你账户里面，你课销不完，你还欠他钱，等哪天你不干了，你发现还欠别人一屁股债，这在财务上面是一件比较麻烦的事情。
So he's saying like to doing the kids program is huge requirement on your team, and also like lots of kids like their parents like pay huge amount of money upfront, and if your business is in. You realize you have lots of debt like from those kids. It's really not a good thing for your financial situation. So it's really lots of pressure.
对，所以我们现在会把一些精力分散到成年人的市场上面。它可以分为2个部分，第一个是对外的，就是我们本身的线路。我们所以会邀请很多比较优秀的定线员来到我们的场馆进行定线，然后在我们的员工再去学习他们是怎么思考、怎么做这事情的。第2个是我们也会在中国特有的社交平台，比如大众点评、小红书 上面去进行操作一些活动，吸引大家来。有新人来之后，我们再会内化我们的内部动作，比如说新人来了之后，我们怎么转化，我们怎么样到他让他第一次来感到非常非常的开心，直到最后的转化。
Okay, so so now because the like kids program is good, but it's hard. So they are focusing on the adult more like recently. So there's like 2 ways like for them to do right now. It's like first is they invite lots of like good rule setter from the world. They invite those setters and also their in-house setter learn from them. So they have high quality boulders or routes like to share with their customers. That's the first thing. The other thing is like they have lots of like they push a lot on Chinese social media. We don't have Instagram, we don't have Facebook, but we have this like something similar to Instagram here. Also, we have a different like a rating application. It's like for all the business, like the customers rating on this app, like to share with people this business is good. You can go like doing something there. So they push a lot, but also from their own team, they are trying really hard on what if those customers learn from those social media and goes to the gym, how they like do something to make sure they like this sport. So that's their like priority to work with right now.
对于我们现在目前阶段来说，我们希望的是，用我们的社交平台吸引更多的新人进来，然后当他来的时候，我们希望他把他来之后每一个环节都满足他的需求，让他进来就感觉很开心，然后最后再解决一个留存的问题。我们是希望提供一个这样的平台，让我们的研友有一个很好的攀岩的环境。
So they push hard on social media and invite lots of people to the gym. So they are focused on like how to make sure all the customers have like a happy experience from the first second they step into the gym to provide the best service and make sure they become like a climber. And then like it's about like then the rest is about to make sure they're all the gym has a really good environment for this climber to hang there, like no matter walking or just climbing, like just make sure they have a good environment. That's like what they are doing.
For the last one is the staff. Right now, as I know, in China we are doing Mr. Chai. He is going to speak here tomorrow. He is running a program for the coach's coach. So it means they're doing this kind of program to make sure all the staff is trained under the right way. And I think you guys will be also have some in-house trade program. So I think we should share a little bit about that. Because I don't know, maybe I was in China for running a business for 4 years. It's super hard. We have a CMA, China Social Mountain Association, but that one they provide some course, but that one is only for safe. It's not for the gym. Gym is not owning the safe. Safety is first, yes. But when we running a business, can you share some ideas about how to like train the people as a salesman, train people as a operator, something like that, please?
I think it's an interesting question about the staffing and what's the benefit, how we bring the benefits to the next generation. That's the study once my 15 years journey, because like we do a lot of staff training. So of course is their safety part. They know how to be late. They know how to make the customer safe, the kids safe, and more like is their attitude, and we educate them what climbing do really helps the next generation. So what we think like maybe what I can see more like people they focus on the technical part. So today we do twist lock, today we do campus, and they can have a very strong climb climb set and they can climb a really hard boulder is a good coach. So in Just Climb is a little bit different. But that's weird because I'm an athlete background. But of course, I train them to go to the athlete park, and if they want to go competitions, it's really good. But in Just Climb, we educate our coach is you don't need to. Not every coaches can bring the kids to go Olympic, but as you roll, you can bring the most benefit of the climbing to the kid is you can break through their limitation every single time of climbing. You can break through their fear. You can let them change their mindset, what we call growth mindset in climbing. So say like when we go through this process, I think like I'm not doing the climbing coaching. We're doing the education. We're doing the education part. We tell them, okay, if you because climbing for me is a very specific sport because it's not like what we know is as an athlete we go into the flow and we really focus on the competition. But climbing is a very easy way for kids to go into the flow because they feel scared very short. When they climb to 1 meters, they feel scared. And how our coach to help the kids to break through, to accept their emotion, to make them feel safe and they can break through. That's process. I think in kids is, even though adult is a very good process, how I train the coach to break through this part. So we do this kind of staff training more than the technical part actually. But it's of course it takes a lot of time to bring the coach have the same vision to doing this part of job, because it's not only the technical part. You can train the very good physical athletes, but at the same time is the attitude, emotional mature next generation. So that's what we are doing on our staffing. Yeah, thank you.
For us, I think staffing is such a challenge. Firstly, because of the point we mentioned before, having an English speaker who knows about climbing, who's service-oriented is quite a challenge in itself. So I think Thailand in general is trying to build a pool of climbing industry talents. So I think as a country, I believe they're trying to push this. So we are hoping that will spread over to Phuket someday. But in the meantime, we are just hiring people who, because our gym, we try to encourage beginners to climb. So our staff have to be like cheerleaders. They have to be quite positive, quite encouraging. And I think for us, this is what's been helping a lot, because we at the moment don't need someone who is so coachy yet. And I've been to many gyms before when I was in other countries where all the staff are super strong, and I feel like that could be quite intimidating if you are just starting out. So I think having like a very friendly and supportive staff, and that creates that environment for people, for us is where we are at. And also because we have a kids section, so staff who are okay with handling kids. So when we hire them, we also want to make sure they know that they will be dealing with kids. Are they okay with that? Sometimes they say they are okay, but in reality, when they're handling the kids, it's not natural to them. So I think seeing them handling kids and helping them, encouraging them is what's also important to us, because kids are quite important to our gym too.
We just do bouldering, so I think it's a bit simpler. But what I noticed is, like in the lead gyms, you have at least some standardized certificates about. This mostly covers the safety aspect in terms of certification. So you can adopt the British or American system, for example. I'm from Germany. There's also a very elaborate certification system. But in bouldering, it's a lot more simpler. I wish there was a basic certification system, though. That would be nice. But for us, yeah, we came up with our own system. We have a safety briefing, but I imagine, do you have a standardized system in Hong Kong, or did you just come up with your own system?
Actually, we cooperate with their system in UK called Nikais and Nibais. So before we cooperate with them, we have our own system. We think about how we develop their system with kids, which is a nightmare. It's so hard to deliver climbing. And we have this structure from Levi's, and we bring it. And of course, they have certificates for kids to make them level up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's make it more clear. But at the same time, with the structure, the most important thing is how I deliver to the coaches to follow their standards.
And do you have a system for the coaches? I mean, not for the customers, but the certification process for the coaches?
Yeah, with the process to let the coaches to understand the system, how to deliver every week we have the different aspect, and we have the different rundown to go for them.
But then you do the training yourself. You don't have like a standardized course system that you, like, let's say you just send your coaches to do a course and then they're certified to this level. You do it all in-house.
No. Nikais have their own system to train the coaches and the instructors. So after they have their certification of the coaches, and they are qualified to give the course to the kids. So first of all, they standard the gym. So they certify the gym. So the gym under the certified, and okay, the gym can deliver the scheme, and the next is deliver the coaches training, and once the coaches is certified, they can deliver the program, and the kids coming in, they can join the program, and through few hours of the training, and the kids can have the certification. So that's how we run our kids program, and it's work in Hong Kong, and of course I think we can train their instructor how to pick up their kid course as well.
我们的经验是这样的，首先我们会判断那个门店的业务情况，比如你是做成年人市场的，他必须要有一个很社牛的店长，就是他一上去很活跃，带动气氛的那种，让大家来爬得很 happy。然后还有如果做小朋友的，我们也有做青少年比较不错的门店，那种我们就会配一个有专业技能背景的教练去到那个门店入职。那相关的培训，我们公司里面也有专门的青少年教培的讲师，然后有我们定线团队，所以那个门店招好人之后，我们会持续对那个门店的员工去进行培训。
Yeah. So for the banana climbing, like their structure depends on what kind of a gym you are working with. For example, if this gym's priority is about adult climber, so for example the manager is more like you have to understand adult climber, and it's more like a cheerleader. You make sure your climbers are happy, like in climbing at your gym. But for those like have kids program, it's require a manager that's like more technical directed, like you know the safety issues, like potential safety issues, and also for the whole banana climbing gym, they have like instructor systems, so they understand the training program, everything. So every time they open a new gym, they have new stuff. They will send in this instructor team to this gym to teach them how to become a better stuff, everything like for this system. So yes, that's like what they're doing. They just like keep training the staff until it's a mature team.
但是毕竟就算两个不同城市都是做报使馆的严管，它的需求是不一样的，所以我们的定线团队还有教学团队也是一边做一边摸索的阶段，还没有到非常成熟的阶段，更希望和更多的朋友一起交流，怎么去把这个东西更好的推进。
He's saying like even for the just bouldering gym for adult climber, like from the different city also is like different style because the market is still different. So for their stuff, like not just rule setting or the coaches, like they are still learning as well. They're learning from the market, they're learning from their work, their feedback from their customers. So he's really happy to like also talk to you guys to see like what's going on over there. It's also like he want to learn from this.
还有2点想说的，第一个是，员工的积极性，首先要让他们知道来了想干什么，很大一部分取决于门店有没有盈利。你可以先发。
he got the first thing is like he gonna make sure his staff got the motivation in this industry. Also, the other key thing is about if your gym is making profit from this business. If not, it's really hard to keep the staff's motivation.
我有一个经验就是说，如果你那个店是没有增长的，然后还是一个难度馆，然后刚好你请的那个店长也是不负责任的，那这时候发生事故的概率是非常大的。如果你是那个公司的负责人，那就会倒大霉了。
He's saying, for example, if you got a lead gym, and the gym is not growing really well, at same time, your manager is not really like take care of like his or her like a responsibility, then it's like highly possible you're gonna have like serious safety issues. And if you are the owner, like you don't want to see this happen.
所以在无论是做青少年的市场，还是做成年人的市场，我们的服务的最终核心价值观就是说，能让每一个人来爬都感受到那种快乐。
So no matter like you are doing the kids program or adult program, like their priority is always to make sure your customers feel the happiness after like climbing.
Okay.
So we have another 5 minutes more. So anyone got some questions for the guest? If not, so this option will be please just switch it.
How do you make sure people don't sneak into your gym? I don't know if that's a problem for you. And that, I know that you talked about it, staff stealing. I think you talked about stealing in the last talk, or no?
That incident was they stole from another staff member climbing gear.
Okay, okay.
But yeah.
So different story, but how do you make sure that people pay and that people pay entrance? Do you have like turnstiles, or how do you make sure that people actually pay?
We have nothing fancy. Like yesterday I was in Batu climbing and it had facial recognition, which was very high tech. We have facial recognition by humans. So and I mean we just create a bit of a tight spot at the entrance where you have to pass the front desk. In the second gym we have kind of like a way in and then a way out, so people don't get so much in each other's way. The first gym we didn't plan for this many people yet, and it's just like one entrance and people go in and out right there, and the staff just kind of needs to keep an eye on it because we don't have like there's no physical card. You just have your you make an account with your phone number and then you buy a pass, but you don't. It's not like you have a ticket to show for anything. So mostly they remember it. If they're unsure,
they'll go in the system and look at the pictures. I'm like, ah, yeah, this guy is checked in, for example. But and in terms of stealing, CCTV right above the front desk, so you can see what they're doing with their hands at the cashier. But that's it.
Yeah, I think so. So you need to have a very beautiful receptions. So everyone want to come to see her, and yeah, that's the first things. And actually we have the system for the face recognition as well to because we have 2 gyms which is 24/7. So do the face recognition for check-in for our prepaid membership, a monthly membership. So they do the face recognition to go into the gym. So that's the most CCTV, of course, to make sure that every people they through your system check in before they go in. Yeah, before we use the gate. When we have the big gym, we use the gate to open the but yeah, but I feel like it's a bit like not like a climbing culture, you know. The climbing culture is like, okay, I want back home, but you don't want to go back home with the gate, right? So it depends on your gym culture, you know. If it's a really huge gyms like the KI use the gate to do one of the. But you have a family gym in your own town. Maybe you want to have the like a family environment, so you don't want the gate. So that's the way how you make the decision.
其实现在严管已经有很多技术可以防止大家偷偷溜进来这情况出现。但往往在新严管或者你要测试一些新的产品，它必然会出现这种情况。其实我们管理严管是会允许这样的情况出现，我们心里知道，大概100个人有1-2个人会偷偷溜进来。
So as like was he saying, like there's lots of way to prevent this like sneaking situation now, but for them like they opening lots of new gym recently. For the management, like they allow these things happen. So they know when you open a new gym, like maybe out of 100, like 1 or 2 people will sneak in, but it's acceptable for this system. Like they allow this happen, so they are quite okay with that.
最重要，他溜进来一定要买保险，不要找我赔钱。
But it's a very special situation. Is like just make sure when they sneak in, they buy the insurance. Yeah.
So you make a poster for it. Like, come in, but with your insurance.
其实，在测试新产品的时候，这部分属于少数人。我们一般做新东西的时候，不会把所有东西都考虑全，等这个产品跑通了之后，再慢慢去解决这个问题，是很好解决的。
So every time when they testing the new products, like a new service, like or a new gym, like they won't like consider that much at first. Once this product is mature, is finished, maybe they put strict rules like on the gym. But at the start, at the opening, like they allow this like mistake happen, because these people is still a minority of your climbers.
Okay, so I think next questions because the time. Okay.
Uh, 我们现在门店1个月的新人有400多个，就1个月的新人进来有400多个，转化了我们的月卡的有100多个。
Their current situation is like for their gyms, average like new registered climber is around 400. Change to the monthly membership, probably like 100. Yeah, 25% like switch to monthly membership.
Yeah, most around 20 to 25% of the conversion rate for, but she's talking about that going to the second time, right? Going to the second time maybe take a bit long time, but maybe it's around 30 to 40 for the second trial. But going to the monthly membership is around maybe 15 to 25 around.
I don't have a number on it exactly. I think you asked me this a while ago, and we offer like a starter pack, which is 3 entries for the price of 2, which a lot of first-timers go for. But I think your numbers are actually quite high in terms of member rate. For us, it's a lot more on day passes. We have a lot of day pass sales, and we have a very core member group, which are like our regulars and our members that are very active, and they often come 3-4 times a week to the gym. But we also have, I'd say, 80% is day passes of our sales, and we have out of the coming back a second time, maybe 30%, but then it quickly drops off. I'd say not that many people come back a third time right now, but I also think that's because there's just so many new people, and we have problem with we're sending away people on weekends. We can't. We have lines, wait lists. Yeah.
Okay, so later we can go out and continue. We have to move to the next stop. Next stop is going to be happen 24. It's called gym design. So if you're interested about that topic, you can stay here. So we will be opening soon.